What's going on, guys? Retro Rewinder here, coming at you with another pickup slash update. Let you guys know what I've been doing here lately. Well, actually since about July. I've got a lot of big news in my personal life and professional life, I guess. And I've got some pickups, and I also want to talk about what I've been playing a little bit. So, thank you so much for joining in. Let's have a look.
Hey, rewind that.
Retro Rewinder, retro game finder with driving and pickups like a Metro bus liner with tips and trades and all kind of things and a beard straight out of the Lord of the Rings. With morals and collecting, he's a guy you can trust. What's the moral of this intro?
He's got a camera in his nuts.
Because I love video games, that's why.
So first off, let me talk about a little bit what's going on in my professional life. I actually got a new job back in July. Ever since then is why I haven't been making a whole lot of videos. I've been trying to adjust to a new work schedule and a new type of work, so I've been pretty exhausted, especially the first couple months. So basically what happened is I used to work with people with special needs. This included people with intellectual disabilities for the most part. And then I got a job working with other people with special needs, and that would be inmates at a jail. So yeah, I work for a jail here locally. I'm now a corrections officer, so that's been taking a lot of my time up. And it's actually given me a lot more free time than I had before, about 2 hours a day extra because I get up earlier than I used to. But it's caused me to take more naps, and I've been playing more games because of it, which is a great thing, which is part of the reason why I haven't been making as many videos is I've actually been playing a whole lot of video games. So that's what's been kind of going on professionally. In my personal life, me and my wife have very exciting news. In April of 2016, we're going to become parents, so that's really exciting. This will be our first child, so pretty overwhelming. We're really excited about that. Actually, this Friday we get to find out what we're having, a boy or a girl, so that's another really exciting thing that's going on right now in my life. So a new job, new baby on the way. As you can see, there's a reason why I haven't been making videos. There's a lot going on. So that's kind of what's been going on personally and professionally in my life. So let's jump straight into what I've been playing, and that'll also trickle into some of my pickups a little bit because obviously I've picked up some stuff that I've been playing. So let's jump into that. The first game here that I want to mention that I've been playing is actually a game that I started playing because of a group called the Cartridge Club. If you have not heard of this, you should probably check it out. It's kind of like a book club, but for video games. Every month they pick a game to play, and everyone plays the game that's in the Cartridge Club, where you don't have to play, obviously. This is actually the first time that I've joined in and playing, but I've listened to their podcast ever since episode 1. I've just never actually jumped in, and I decided to this past month of October. The game they decided to play this time was Super Ghouls and Ghosts, so perfectly fitting for the Halloween season. So that's the first thing I played. I got all the way to, I think, level 5 on my first attempt. That's not looking up any playthroughs or anything. And then I learned that you can actually select your level stage. So after I got to level 5, I ended up beating the game for the first time. Spoiler alert, you actually have to beat the game twice. I did not go back through and play it the second time, I just played it the first time. It's a pretty frustrating game. It takes a lot of time because you have to, it's basically a memorization game where you have to go through each level over and over again to find out the best way to play it. There are some random elements that you can't prepare for, but for pretty much for the most part, you just have to play it over and over to get good at it. So that's the first thing. And also, sticking with the Cartridge Club theme, this month of November, the game of the month is actually River City Ransom. So I actually just beat this game tonight. I'm not the biggest fan of beat-em-ups. I did enjoy it, but to me personally, I think the game's a bit overrated. A lot of people really love it. I do like the RPG elements in it. I like that you can level up your character to do better in the game, because a lot of times with beat-em-ups I have a hard time beating them because I die and I don't feel like going back to the beginning and starting over. So it's kind of refreshing to have a game to where you can power up your character as much as you want to make the game a little easier for you. And I do like some of the techniques that you can learn along the way. I preferred the dragon feat, which just makes you kick a lot faster. Gives you a little more power if you can upgrade some of the stuff as well. So yeah, so November's monthly game through the Cartridge Club is River City Ransom, and it's another NES game to check off the list of games I've beaten. The next game I want to show here is a Wii U game that I picked up at a pawn shop for, I believe, 20 bucks. No, I take that back. I got this for $25 at a half-price books. This has been multiple months ago, and we've actually played it a couple times, me and my wife, and that's Mario Party 10. It's a fun game. I mean, what can I say? It's Mario Party. It's a party-type game, and if you don't have anybody to play it with, it's not as nearly as fun. I'd love to get together with a bigger group of people than just my wife. I love playing video games with my wife, but it might be a little more fun to have like a group of 4 or 5 people play this. So yeah, Mario Party 10 for 25 bucks. This one did come from a pawn shop, however, and I paid $5 for it, and that's Bayonetta 2 for the Wii U. Those of you that don't know, this game came bundled with the original Bayonetta, which I had never played, and I actually beat the original Bayonetta about a week ago for the first time, but I played it on the Wii U. It's a hack and slash similar to God of War. It's a little more over the top than God of War. They try to mix some humor in there, and it's just, you know, way over the top. It's made by, I believe it's Platinum Games. Another game that I played of theirs recently was the Wonderful 101, which is, again, another way over the top game. So, Bayonetta. I do plan on playing the second one at some point. I just don't know when that's going to be. Now, the last game I want to show you is probably my most favorite game that I've been playing within this past year, actually. I got this at a pawn shop for $15, and that's Dying Light. This is a mix of genres. It is a zombie game, but it is open world zombie with RPG elements. You can level up different, there's not a whole lot of stuff you can do, but there are some leveling trees, and you can put it into agility and fighting and defense and stuff like that. But I love this game. It adds in parkour elements, which I used to try parkour when I was younger. So playing it in a video game is just super fun. Basically, you can run around on rooftops while killing zombies, kicking them off of buildings, and using all kinds of different guns, and a big focus in melee weapons. So you can hack people up with a variety of weapons. But this game is really good. If you can pick this up for a good deal, or even if you get it for 20, 30 bucks, I still think it's worth that. I had a great time with this. I played it non-stop for a couple weeks, and I did end up beating it. I have not played any of the DLC, but if they make a sequel to this, it's something I definitely will pick up. And the last of my current gen pickups is a game that I have not played yet. I have played the first one because I have both of these games downloaded onto my Wii U, and that's the NES Remix Pack. I just like getting physical copies, and this was at a pawn shop for $15, so I picked it up. But yeah, I haven't put this one into the system because I do have both games downloaded onto my system. So my last pickup is by far the best of this video, probably one of the best that I've gotten in a while, actually. I was browsing on Craigslist one day and saw a person that uploaded this to Craigslist. They wanted, I think it was like $200 or something. I don't remember the original price. I offered $120. They countered and said they had an offer of $160, but if I could pick it up the very next day, they would take it for $150. I don't know if they actually had somebody willing to pay $160, but I thought $150 was still a good deal. And I'll show you what I got. So first I'm going to go through the games. The first being Bonk's Adventure. So as you can tell, it's for the TurboGrafx 16. Got Bonk's Adventure, Andre Panza Kickboxing, Final Lap Twin, a shmup that I have played a little bit. It's not as good as Blazing Lasers, but it's pretty fun. It's really hard, and that's Aeroblasters. If I recall, I think this game alone is like 30. Bonk's Adventure is probably 20 or 30. And the last game, it was the cartridge only, but last year, I think, or maybe 2 years ago, I picked this game up at a used video rental store for $1, but the game ended up not working, and that's Bonk's Revenge. So I still had the case and manual for that, so I put the game that I bought off this woman in there. So now that one's complete. So the games alone really helped bring up the value, but the most important part of the whole bundle was the system, which is what I wanted the most. And it's not exactly a TurboGrafx 16. It's actually the Turbo Express, the handheld version. So I thought that was really cool. It plays great. The only problem is the audio does not work properly. If I plug headphones into it, it makes it work just fine. From what I've read, it's a pretty common problem and it's not that hard to fix it. I don't know if I'm going to attempt to fix it because the chances of me playing this very often is pretty slim to none. I have played it multiple times since I've gotten it. But for me, it was more just a weird collector thing to have it. I have a TurboGrafx 16 hooked up to the TV over here, so I normally just play games on that. But yeah, so for $150, I got the Turbo Express and all those games. And I also got Keith Courage and Vigilante, but I had both of those already, so they're already long gone. Sold those on Amazon, I believe. So I think that's all I have for you guys this time. Thanks for watching to see what's kind of been going on my end of things. Me and my wife are having a gender reveal party for the baby this Saturday, and I've actually made a little video, more of a slideshow for that. So I'm probably going to upload that onto this channel just because, you know, I like what I made, but it has nothing to do with video games. So when I upload that video, if you're looking for something video game related, that won't be it. So yeah, that's all I have tonight. Thanks so much for watching. And I might as well mention I now have a mustache, and that is because I work at the jail and they have a policy of facial hair. You can't have a beard or a goatee, you can only have the mustache. It is growing out, as you can see. I got a light under here so it's really bright, but it's growing out because this is November, No Shave November. You pay money and it goes to a good cause and you get to grow a beard. So that's what's going on. Thanks so much again. I'll see you next time.